The first is a concept called Asymmetric Crypto-System. First, let us bifurcate this word into three buckets: asymmetry, crypto, and a system. A system is basically orderly arrangement. Based upon a given input, you get an output. Now, what is a crypto? Crypto, here we are referring to cryptography or cryptology. Now, what happens in a cryptography or a cryptology? It is basically nothing other than encryption. In other words, one form of a text is converted to another form of a text. That is called as cryptography. The original form is called the plain text. The converted form is called ciphertext. Which means I am sending across a notice from my end or a letter from my end to a recipient. When I send the information, it is in a proper format. Before I transmit it, I have a tool which converts the format and it goes on the other end. By the time it reaches the third party, it reconverts so that the intended recipient is able to read. Why is this done? This is done because if a third party tries to attack this particular system or the network connection between both of us, even if he attacks it, he gets information which is meaningless to him. And at the same time, if he modifies that system or the information, by the time it reaches there, the system prompts an error that it is modified, unable to convert to original form. Therefore, the recipient or whoever is the person in the position who wants to open the file is ensured that the data is not modified, at the same time not being seen by any person. Which means confidentiality, integrity, availability of data can be taken care of. Next comes the interesting question. I understood crypto system, basically converting of plain text into a ciphertext. What is asymmetric? Asymmetric is a method. For that you need to first understand symmetric. Let us take a simple example. You are sending one email from or one small little post or one document from your house to a neighbor's house or three houses, that's it. You do not want any person other than the intended person to open. So therefore you lock it and you send it. When the other person has to unlock it, don't you think he has to have the key? Most of the time, if we are using the same key to unlock and the same key to lock it as well. Lock and unlock happens with the same key. If the lock and unlock happens with the same key, we call it as symmetric encryption. If the lock and the unlock happens with two different keys, we call it as asymmetric or asymmetric encryption. In other words, in the case of an asymmetric crypto system, when I am sending the data from one end to the other end, the conversion of data from plain text to ciphertext happens with one particular key. On the other end, there is a different key which does the encryption. And therefore, asymmetric crypto system uses two key pairs, normally called as a secured key pair, two key pairs for the purpose of transmission of information. So let's quickly have a look into the definition. Means a system of secured key pair. Please note the key pair. There are two pairs consisting of a private key and a public key. There's a private key and a public key. Private key will create the digital signature. Public key will verify the digital signature. I repeat, private key will create the digital signature. Public key will verify the digital signature. And this is how a asymmetric crypto system works. Asymmetric means usage of two different key pairs. I hope you got it. So which means you would have also found the word digital signature over here. A digital signature is nothing but it uses the concept of asymmetric crypto system. More details we will study a little later.